One album that we are not boycotting this week is, of course, Ed O'Brien's album.
All right.
Well, now known as EOB.
Or EOB. No, maybe EOB probably correct.
I'm hoping it's Yob now. Yob. Yob's new album, Earth. So, I mean, obviously I am a massive Radiohead fan.
Yeah, same.
But,
well, actually, I was just thinking, like, amongst all the 5 members of Radiohead,
Yes.
how many of them have done, like, solo albums?
now 3,
Tom
I
York.
guess. I mean, unless you count Johnny's, like, score work.
Yeah, the drummer, what's his name?
Phil Selway did.
Phil Selway did
a
1 or 2.
I know definitely 1.
Yeah,
I remember. I actually preferred his music. I think
Oh, okay. I need to give
not
that
like
a
it was
try.
not like I bought it or anything, but
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, what are your thoughts here?
I mean, that's it, though. That's why I brought it up, just because this is one of the guys in Radiohead, and it sounds like a Radiohead album, but not as good, unfortunately. But, you know, I did like some of the music on here. I did like the first couple of tracks, and there were parts of it I liked, but it just, I don't know. It wasn't special, I guess.
Definitely not special. I mean, I would say, like, musically, it's technically very good. Of
yeah.
course, there's some great musicians involved here. There's some great, like, Flood is producing, and you know, guy from Portishead is playing guitar here, and like Colin Greenwood from Radiohead plays bass on Brazil anyway.
Yeah, that's right.
And you know, we
got guy from Wilco on here.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Koche. And Omar Hakim, he's kind of a big session drummer. He's been around since the 60s or 70s.
Yeah.
Yeah, some sort of big
Can't fault the talent involved.
Oh, that's right.
And in the way it's recorded.
Yeah.
But it's so well produced. But
yeah.
for me, there's just no meat to almost any of these songs.
Yeah.
And I think, unfortunately for Ed, but his vocal delivery lacks any real emotional depth.
Yeah.
Right? Like, in order to give, like, so many of these songs are very simplistic lyrically.
Yeah.
And his voice doesn't give them any weight to make them mean more.
That's what I thought too. Yeah.
Like, several songs, he's basically just repeating the same line over and over again, but he can't pull it off. And
it does almost like his voice just disappears in the song at points as well. I mean, I can barely hear him, even on my headphones.
It's not like he's like untuneful. Like,
that's right. He's
like on a basic level of can you sing or can you not sing, he can sing, but right. It's what separates.
I was just thinking, how much better would some of these songs be with Tom York singing?
I mean, I read on Wikipedia that he considered asking Tom to sing these songs, and then did some demos and felt like he was pretty happy with them himself. So he just stuck to doing. I can't imagine Tom singing, agreeing to do this whole album like this. So you never know. Maybe he would out of guilt, but. I was really struggling to think of songs I truly enjoyed on this. I hate the first song, Shangri-La. I actually hate it. It feels like someone trying to copy Radiohead, but the chorus also is just awful.
Yeah.
I think track 2 is much better. Like we just heard there, Brazil, but it's so long. It's like 8 minutes long, 10 minutes long, something like that.
That's the thing about that song. I really like it, and I like the way that sort of bass comes in and everything, but it just goes on too long. Like 2 minutes would have been fine.
Yeah,
like 4 or 5
totally
minutes. I
agree.
Okay.
Totally agree. I think some song like Deep Days, which attracts it, doesn't it sound like Paul Young or something? Like, it's such a corny sort of late 80s pop art, like blue-eyed soul type song, I guess you would call it. It's awful.
I did kind of like the next one, the acoustic one, Long Time Coming.
Long Time Coming.
A bit cheesy, but it's a nice song.
I like Long Time Coming, but I think it really kind of squanders it, like the nice melody and production, because it's just so basic. Most of the song is just him saying Long Time Coming over and over again. True. I think Mass is the best song.
It's a nice one. I like that. I like the one.
I think Bankers is awful.
Banksters? Is it Bankers? Banksters.
Oh, Banksters, sorry, yes.
I just thought it sounded like something off like a computer, like Paranoid Android.
It sounds like a cheap Radiohead ripoff, but it gets
and the chorus
so
is annoying.
obnoxious.
The chorus is terrible.
Awful. And
Ceylon's bad.
Also, I just think it's just like banksters. Do you get it? Bankers are like gangsters, bro.
That's right. Yeah.
Something like they would use to advertise like beer with on TV or something.
Yeah.
Or like Sky Sports Soccer or something. Like it's just one of those awful commercial like a Guy Ritchie movie or something.
Oh,
like,
yeah, I can see that.
Right,
yeah. Guy Ritchie. Yeah,
like,
Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels.
Like that kind of thing.
Sure.
And just earlier in the song, we didn't hear it there, but he's like, Ponzi schemes, God, we try. Like, hey Tom, what do you think? It's like, I'm like you. Like, not really, Ed.
Keep on trying, brother.
Keep trying, bro.
Yeah.
I just think that song. I mean, the verse is so like fake Radiohead.
Yeah,
like that's right. OK Computer.
That's right.
Era.
And I think this album was like 10 or 11 years in the making.
Yeah, so I mean that song was the first one he wrote.
It's like a leftover of that era.
So that song was written during that era. So that
it
makes
was.
Sense. Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
So
interesting.
It makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was anyway. It was certainly written. That was the first song he wrote, apparently.
Yeah.
But
in Radiohead, he's rhythm guitarist.
I mean, he was, but nowadays he's
cut out a lot of the guitar, didn't they?
Now he's basically like a sound manipulator, right? Like he just makes a bunch of sounds and stuff.
Sure.
I mean,
maybe that's why he did this project. He wanted to actually write some music.
I guess
guitar.
So. I mean,
kind of understand.
The thing is, I read that he moved. Bizarrely, he moved his family to Brazil for a year.
That's right.
And
that's
was
why he wrote
planning
some of the music.
to do some sort of music that didn't work out. Like some Burial, the weird sort of hip hop EDM kind of artist. He wanted to do something like that. And he said he wasn't feeling it in Brazil, so he started listening to Primal Scream, which was like that sort of like weird rave rock.
Yeah.
And that's like apparently like blew his mind, and that's what he wanted to do.
Okay.
And I think that sort of explains some of the songs like what have we got there? Can't remember. It's got a strange name. Olympic,
yeah.
The kind of starts off kind of like a bit of a Primal Scream kind of. To me, it ends up sounding like U2.
Yeah, it does. I was thinking the same. Acton Baby.
I think a couple of songs in this kind of end up sounding like bad
You said
U2.
before it's produced by Flood.
By Flood as well, yeah. So that again. But the thing is, like, Flood produced Melancholy and the Infinite Sadness, but none of that album sounds like U2. So. Which is kind of what a producer is for, not to make you sound like another band, which I feel like is what mostly happened on this album, unfortunately. That it's very much like he wanted. I know Radiohead toured with U2 back in the day.
Oh, okay, did they?
And they, well, at least some of them must have been U2 fans.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what Ed was going for there, but I don't know. I feel tremendously underwhelmed, especially the idea that this album was so many years in the making.
Yeah. I mean, I'll be honest. I enjoyed it the first time. The more I listened to it, the more I found issues with it, and I just ended up just thinking, is there anything really, really good about this? And I only came away with a couple of tracks, like I said, Brazil and maybe the first one. I know you don't like that, but I still kind of like it.
I think Mass and
what's the other one? Long Time Coming, I guess, was okay.
Long Time Coming is decent. I think.
How about the last track?
I think the last track is quite nice.
The duet with Nora Marling, I think.
Cloak of the Night. I think Sail On is okay too, but
it's like a kind of filler thing. But
they're just okay. And I think Mass is the best song, but
Mass is good. Yeah.
But I can say with hand on heart, I will never listen to any of these songs ever again for the rest of my life.
I think I'll just take away Brazil and that's it.
Yeah. So I think that pretty much sums it up, unfortunately for me. You got anything else?
Not really. I think that's all done with the EOB.
A little shocked with the high ratings across the board for this album, actually.
It was getting
a lot of really good reviews. A lot of 4s, a lot of 8s out of 10s. Yeah. Like,
I think I was saying, I think on first listen, if you don't really think about it too much, it's a nice listen. But I think if you really consider it, it's average or poor at best. Average to poor, I should say. But yeah. It's just all right. It's just whatever, really.
Yeah.
I mean, unfortunately.
That's about it.
It's a real whatever rating for me.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. So what score are you gonna give it?
Well, I'm gonna not be a dick and go lower, because it is well produced and well performed, but I cannot go any higher than 2.5 out of 5 on this one.
That's fair enough. I'm gonna give it a 3.
Yeah,
and leave it at that.
Mine's a very light 2.5.
Yeah.
All right. Well, better luck next time, Yob.
10 years later.
Yes.